there everyone. I just took a quick little jaunt over to the library to pick up a book that was on hold. And since I haven't done a book review in a while, I thought I would share with you what I'm going to be reading because I think I got a couple of interesting things. Alright, so the book that was on hold for me is this one, The Herbal Lore of Wise Women and Wortkunners. So talking about herbalism and the history of herbs, herbalism, why people historically and traditionally have learned about herbs, how they heal, how they work. So it's kind of a combination herbal, like what we find nowadays where it's just a list of a bunch of herbs and generic information about them. It's got a little bit of that, but it's got much more in-depth detail on things like correspondences with the herbs, using the herbs, and it even delves into herbs and society, herbs and witchcraft, gardening, has a little bit of everything. So this one I found, I can't remember where it came up, but ages ago, and it's been on my to-read list. And I was very happy to find it. I'm trying to find the author's name because it's marked over Wolf de Storl, S-T-O-R-L. And the author is a social, I can't remember now, no, not a botanist, not an ethnobotanist. Well, at any rate, I'm not going to find it now. But the author does have an academic background in botany, plants, and also in the social aspect of it, kind of like anthropology. And he has worked a lot with anthropologists and with traditional healers around the world. So this one I'm really looking forward to, and I will let you know what kind of information is here. And then the other couple of books I picked up, I did go and check out. Do you remember when I did the book review on The Werewolf of Bamberg? That author, Oliver Putsch, I can't pronounce his name correctly, is actually a German-speaking author. And over my trip away over the summer, I spent some time in Cuba visiting my aunt, and she happened to have a copy of the book Me Before You, but she had the German copy because my aunt speaks German. So I read that and was, aside from the fact that I really liked the book, I was interested in the movie because I saw it was coming out. It came out right before I left on my trip, and then I read the book, and I had a really nice time reading the book. It was an easy read for me. Not a whole lot of complicated verbiage, which a lot of German books do have, which makes it kind of discouraging for me. So it kind of reinvigorated my desire to read some more in German. And I decided, since I had such a great time reading The Werewolf of Bamberg, that I would try this one. The library had one of Oliver's books in German, in the original German, and this is Die Henkerstochter, and it's the Hangman's Daughter. So this is the first book in the series. And hopefully, it sounds good already. A body turns up in, in the river, in the lake, I can't remember. It has a tattoo, something with witchcraft, and they blame the local little old lady, and the hangman is supposed to, I think, interrogate her, but knows that she's innocent, so him and his daughter go off to find who the real killer is. So, should be interesting. I'll let you know how it goes. Lastly, I found, again, by chance, Carlos Ruiz Zafón, and I'm going to butcher this, sorry, my Spanish is rusty, El Prisionero del Cielo. Now, this series of books, there's going to be a total of 5, I believe. I don't know if there's more than 3 out right now, but this author I ran into while I was living in Spain, teaching English there, and I have the first 2 books, in the series. This one came out afterwards, and this one has been also on my to-do list for ages. But these I find very interesting because they're set in Barcelona in, I believe, anywhere in the 40s and 50s. This one's 1957. I think the other ones were earlier. One was maybe even the 20s. But they're all set in the same city. They're all set in Barcelona. And they have overlapping characters, but the characters don't necessarily always work together, if that makes sense. So for example, in the first book, you have someone whose son is later the main character. So this is, the son is a extra character in the first one, but becomes the main character in the next one, if that makes sense. So you have some recurring characters, but they don't necessarily have to all work together. And interesting ideas in the book. It's centered around this cemetery of lost and forgotten books, kind of a secret place, and strange things that happen in Barcelona. And actually I've got to reread one of the books because I liked one better than the other one. One of them had to do with basically the main character making a deal with the devil, and that one seemed really a lot more esoteric than the other, which involved this mysterious evil bad guy who was not really, it wasn't some demonic thing. It was someone who got badly burned, right? And so it was kind of a very different feel from one book to the next, and now I am interested in finding out with this one what the next segment is going to be, if it's going to be more of kind of a traditional mystery, or if it's going to be more of an esoteric type mystery, like the one that had basically the deal with the devil. So very interested in that, and that should be good too, and I will tell you all about these books when I finish reading them. That's what I've got on my bookshelf at the moment. Hope you enjoyed it, and come back again when I tell you how I like them. Alright, talk to you later. Thanks for joining me. Bye.